Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Jets going up against the Raiders. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down at the 18-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner and #1 overall pick from Oklahoma. It's Sam Bradford.
I know he doesn't move around the same way as he did as a youngster because of all the knee injuries, but he's always been a natural athlete. Coming out of high school, a lot of people thought he could play Division I college basketball. Other people have told me no matter what the sport, if he's never played it before, he'll pick it up and be proficient right out of the gate. The kind of guy that absolutely drives you crazy, even if he's your friend.
I was just going to say, beat you at ping pong, beat you at foosball, beat you at golf. Yeah, drives you crazy. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard, right around the 31. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Now Bradford on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. And a look now at how the Jets line up defensively.
This defense is well respected around the league, and in 2015, they were ranked 4th overall in total defense. You move ahead to what they did last year, it looks pretty good on paper. 11th overall, just outside the top 10, but that collection of talent didn't pay off in the wins column. The team went 5-11, and they're looking to get all these pieces together and put this talent back on display.
On third down, Bradford. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now the second-year man from Syracuse, Riley Dixon, on to punt. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. And tough starting field position here. to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Dancing to his left. Room to run past midfield. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it here with Bernard. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Golladay. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Encroachment defense.
They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Now Bernard. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he rifles one incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Steps away to his left and avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here, and they've got a decision to make here on 4th down and 2. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carl Lawson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Third and long for Bradford. The Jets pressure too much as down he goes. DJ Reader with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7.
All right, partner, count with me. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Look, he had all day to throw the football and never got rid of it and allowed for the sack. That's not on the offensive line.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's bottled up, fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Back now, as I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Oh, thank you. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Back to throw now on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
They'll look to throw here. And that's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Back to throw here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the return will stop right around the 25. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And he'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On play action, Bradford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
He's got Evans. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Bradford again. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now a 1st down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And on 2nd and 10 now. A play fake. Bradford. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Bullock out now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And heading back out there, Giovanni Bernard getting ready to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught at the 20. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 34. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good, because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Pretty move. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top, as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry.
All right, Brandon, we'll see if I can get through this without being skipped as we welcome you to our EA Sports halftime report. The Raiders are happy to be sitting in the locker room with the lead. The Jets won't panic either. They know they just need to take it one play at a time. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now 1st and 10. Lawson's got the sack here. This will go for a loss of 8. Fourth down from inside the 40. Here the throw is hurried and picked off. Hayward's in position, and he's the one who comes away with the ball. Now following the interception, the deep ball is on target here.
All right, Larry, these two teams back out there as we get set and ready for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Returning it, John Ross. Oh, able to avoid him. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments. Were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a new it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Second down now after the incompletion. To throw. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that one results in 35 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Kenny Golladay, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And some space here. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Now a second down throw for Bradford. Over the middle, he finds Henderson, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now Bradford. And he's going to be shoved down pretty hard, right near the 39. A gain of 4 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Second down, Bradford. Ertz over the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Sort of a prototypical Sam Bradford drive here, isn't it? Just kind of short passes, gets another first down there.
It goes all the way back to college. When he was coming out, the number one thing everyone talked about was his accuracy. How well he placed the football, and each and every throw on the money. Set an NFL record 2016 for completion percentage over a season. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in the East Bay. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field.
And the Raiders have got him. Lamar Houston from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To the right and complete to Galladay. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Bradford now. Wide open receiver complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And you know, you and I praise tight ends in today's game a lot for being just like a bigger body wide receiver. Boy, a play that long from that position, you just didn't used to see that as much.
No, you were really just counting on the tight end position to catch the football and get what they got on the catch. And now it's the run after the catch that makes him so dangerous. Hard to bring those big guys down when they get rolling.
Couldn't bring him down here. Got into the end zone. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned.
And the pressure gets to him again. Manti Te'o in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to bring... Carry for Bernard. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Jets on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Scoreboard there in the 4th now. And
Select the team you want to join. Don't worry, you'll be able to choose the role you plan in just a second. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the right. Your season starts now.